Kirby Smart, Georgia Bulldogs, Dale McGee pick up a top running back commitment last night, right when the Braves were starting their game with the Mets. Jabree Coleman, 6', 200-pound running back, just finishing his freshman season up in Philadelphia. Big time pickup, but we still don't really know what Georgia's getting out of this kid. I believe he camped for the staff back in June when they had about 1 billion prospects on campus working out, going through drills for the staff, and apparently he was there. The staff liked him enough to give him the green light to commit, and that's what he did last night. So he's in the 2025 class. I know a lot of you watching this video do not care about prospects that young, but it is what it is. He appears to be a really impressive back for his class. Again, he's got plenty of size for being, how young he is, but he can run. He's got power. He's got plenty of speed. He does not play against the best competition up in Philadelphia, not a place known for pumping out big time high school football prospects. So if he played down here in Atlanta, I'm not sure he'd be running through teams like Buford and Collins Hill and Grayson and teams like that. But up in Philadelphia, against some weak competition, he ran through a lot of guys, and he played on a team with multiple upperclassmen, so he only got about 30 or so carries for about 300 yards. I think I have the stats right here. 37 carries, 380 yards, so about 10 yards per carry, which is impressive. 5 touchdowns. Again, he was probably the third running back on that roster, but doing it as a freshman, always impressive to play at all at the varsity level, but he ran through those guys. So big deal, I guess, for the 25 class, but still really early on. And if you ask me right now, is this kid going to sign with Georgia? Statistically, you'd have to say no. Georgia was one of the first major schools to offer him. He decided to jump on board. And a lot of people have no idea who this kid is right now because he is so young and he does not have the gigantic offer list right now. But once he does and gets more offers from maybe in Alabama, Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State up there, I think that would certainly mean a lot to him. So as he continues to get more offers and take more visits over the next 3 years, I have a good feeling that he might want to open things up and consider other options. So again, we don't even know exactly who Georgia is going to sign in the 23 and 24 class. Right now, I think Justice Haynes, the #1 running back in the state of Georgia, in my opinion, for the last 2, maybe 3 years, I think he's getting close to a decision. I think Georgia is the team to beat right now for him. So we think we know who Georgia is going to sign in the 23 class, and that's Justice Haynes. It looks like he might be the only running back they take. The 24 class nationally at running back is a stinker. There are not a lot of great running backs in my eyes. Jarrett Gibson, #1 ranked running back in the country for the 24 class, originally from the state of Georgia, Jonesboro at Mundy's Mill High School, is now at IMG Academy. He's one to watch, to keep an eye on, a former Florida commitment. But right now, he appears to be the only true elite back. Stacey Gage is another guy from Florida. I think Oklahoma is training for him, but he knows Dale McGee and the staff well. So we don't know who they're going after in the 24 class yet. They might just take one in 23. So at some point, you do have to load up and get running backs. But getting a commitment from a kid in the 2025 class, it doesn't really feel like a true commitment at all because so many things are going to change. But he decided to make a commitment last night, jump on board. We got a Go Dogs from Kirby Smart tweet. So it was real. They did know that this young kid was jumping on board and committing. So again, he's got plenty of size. You don't want him to get a whole lot bigger because then he's going to be too big. But as a freshman, 6', 200 pounds, that's plenty big. So if he can continue to shape his body, lose a little bit of fat, add more mass, add more muscle, and keep the speed that it appears that he has, he should turn into a solid quality back who continues to earn offers and rise in the 2025 rankings. But again, who knows how he's going to develop over time. He plays at a big-time program, Ematop Institute, whatever it's called, up in Philadelphia. But again, he's not going against quality opponents. Just the football players are just not there in Pennsylvania. It's not like he's running against solid defenses and doing that against teams in Georgia. So if you go look up the huddle, I cannot put the huddle over this right now due to copyright issues, but if you go watch his huddle, it's on Dog Post. So if you go read the story over on the site, you can watch his highlights there. But he's just not playing against quality defenses, and he's running through them, running by them. And he does look good on tape for his 37 carries and 380 yards. So it's easy to see the potential that he might have. But again, really young player. It's exciting to get a guy like that on board early. I think Donovan Johnson, who was from the Savannah area, a player I really like, running back that I think is elite in the 25 class. He's now at IMG Academy. I think he's the top guy that I think Georgia should be going after in the 2025 class. So it appears that there are a lot of young running backs in that particular class across the country who are really good, but 2024, Georgia's going to have to do something there, figure it out. Guys will emerge. I think we'll see some running backs in the state of Georgia who pop up and start to look like SEC caliber running backs, but we don't know who exactly they are right now. That's our job to try to find them, and that's what the Georgia staff is looking for. But they were able to land a commitment from one of the top players in the 2025 class in Jabree Coleman. And again, they like him enough to accept his commitment early on in the process, but I have my doubts on whether he will stick and be a Georgia signee when the time comes. But I do expect local programs, Big Ten programs, and others in the SEC to jump on board with an offer. I think they want to get him on campus, work him out, go through drills before extending an offer. So I think that's what he did in Athens. I find it hard to believe that they just watched 37 carries of his freshman film and decided to offer and accept his commitment. So I'm sure they've seen him in person, go through some drills, and they like his potential as well. So solid pickup, but again, he's a young kid. He's a young pup, and still has a long way to go, but he's on the commit list, giving Georgia their first commitment in the 2025 class. Jabree Coleman out of Philadelphia, running through those kids up there. Again, would love to see him go against some top quality opponents down here, but fortunately, we're not going to see that. But big time prospect out of Philadelphia, committing to Georgia last night. Jabree Coleman, impressive 2025 running back. For more information on him, make sure you go over to Dog Post. Big story there, and more recruiting updates. I think Georgia could get some very good news shortly in the 23 class. Again, I made a video last week, the 24 class. I expect Georgia to land the top class in the country. The state of Georgia is just full of elite talent in 24, but they're doing well in the 23 class too, and I expect them to pick up multiple commitments later this month. And I think next week in particular will be a very, very big month for the Bulldogs on the recruiting trail. So all that information, all the details, of course, are over on Dog Post. Make sure you check it out. Thanks for watching this video. As always, stay tuned to the next one coming up right now, and I'll see you over on Dog Post.